Most people do not know how to create value, and that's because our society is a society of the worker, of the salaried man, of the salaried woman. You have to understand that that's not value creation. You have to realize that value creation is all about the transformation. You have to take something from a lower value, transform it either by a process, a service, whatever it is, and deliver something of more value. No matter what it is, it's always this formula. You take an input, you do a process or a service or a transportation or whatever it is. It's called a transformation. Just that's all you have to think about. And then you have an output of higher value. And that higher value that you've created is your profit. No matter what it is, it can be just a middleman thing where you take something from China and you sell it in your own country. Whatever it is, you have to understand that that's what it means to actually create value. You take this thing of lower value, you add something to it, either effort, transportation, processes, services, whatever it is, and you create it into something else. And the bigger the transformation, the bigger your profit. You have to understand that if you can take something that's so low value, like your ideas, most of our ideas, most of the information in the world is free. You can find all of the knowledge in the world, but it's all about the packaging. If you know how to put a process and deliver and make that knowledge and make it better and actionable and really deliver a result for someone by watching your video or listening to your podcast or whatever it is, taking your course, you have to understand that if you put that through a rigorous process and you edit it and you add some beautiful titles and some beautiful visuals and you connect all of these things, you will be able to profit off of it. But you see, most people don't understand that that's how it is. That's how you can literally take nothing, and transform it into something. I've been living off of nothing for the last 5 years. And that nothing is called intellectual property. Something that I had in my brain, I put through a process of creating something else. And then that thing that I've used my brain cells, my ideas, my shitty little things that run through my mind, I put them into a product. And that product is still selling to this day. Work that I did 5 years ago. When you understand how to create value, work that you have done 5 years ago is still earning you money today. That's exactly what's happening to me. I've been able to actually not only do that for myself, but replicate it for others as well. I'm not gonna sell you anything. This whole channel is not about making money. It's not really about making money for myself. I don't care about that. I don't care about making money off of this channel. What I'm doing right here is practicing creating more value, practicing exactly what I'm speaking in this video about, practicing how to take ideas that I have in my brain, package them into such a way that people pay attention and understanding concepts, playing around with them so that people are entertained and they watch more and they engage more. Most people don't do that on a daily basis, and that's why they do not know how to create value. Your ideas, your things, your effort, your services, all of these things can be turned into intellectual property. Understand that if you were to run an experiment, just run an experiment, and then at the end, if it's a good, valuable experiment, at the end, you can sell the results. That's how easy it is. Just run an experiment, run that experiment, see if people are actually interested in the results of the experiment, and then sell the results. Understand how easy it is to do that. I can tell you right now, I've been doing 2,000 videos in the last year on multiple YouTube channels. And I can tell you what's the most important thing. How Am I able to do 2,000 videos in less than a year? Well, more than a year, 387 days to be more exact. I've done almost 5 videos every single day. Every single day. Plus other videos that have to do with my other businesses. So a lot of videos. No matter how you look at it, that's plenty. Plenty of videos. And you can ask, everybody's gonna ask, but how much money did you make out of it? They're never gonna ask, how were you able to create 2,000 videos? That's the impressive part. It is not the money. Because if you look at the money, I'm probably averaging about $5 per video. But 99% of the video that I make no money. 99% of them make no money. But I'm averaging $5 per video. So understand how it is. Understand the discrepancy. People don't understand that. Sure, I could have made just the 200 videos that are making me money, but then I wouldn't have gained so much more knowledge. I wouldn't have increased the efficiency of all of my systems. I've created so many good problems to have. Imagine creating 100 gigabytes of video every single day. Just that one single problem can teach you so much. And having to post almost 5 videos every single day, having to do that really creates a lot of pressure on yourself. And if you manage to have a system where you can do that, you have won. You now have literally just a problem of what to talk about. And I've solved that as well. I have a strategy, a proven strategy that I use in each video to come up with nothing and take that nothing, transform it in 30 to 45 minutes into something. That is value creation at its finest. I'm taking something of lower value and transforming it into something of greater value. And I'm doing that with each video. And it compounds itself. Every day I do this, it just becomes better and better and better. And at some point, it's gonna be so good that I'm gonna be able to profit even more off of it. And the point is that if you are not doing something that has the potential to change your life drastically, dramatically, marvelously in the near future, then probably you're not gonna have that change. You're not gonna change your life. If you cannot show me a path, you cannot show me something that you're doing that has the potential, just 1% or even 0.5% potential of changing your life drastically, dramatically, to such an extent that you would not believe the success that you have. You could not comprehend the success that you have. If you're not doing something and you cannot put it on a piece of paper showing me that you have that thing, it's probably never gonna happen. You're probably never gonna have the success that you are dreaming about because you are doing literally nothing to gain that. All you do, everything that everybody does is just want that thing. It's just desire. Everybody wants disproportional results. Everybody wants riches. Everybody wants happiness. You see, nobody does anything to actually get those things. And the good thing is that it is easier than you think. It's so easy that you don't even realize. Because everybody else is not putting any effort in. That's how easy it is. And if you learn how to put as much effort as you can, if you really learn how to put as much effort in as you can, you will win over and over and over again. I've been able to profit off of Facebook, off of Instagram, off of Skillshare, Udemy, Etsy, all of these things. My country's eBay, another country's eBay, and all of these things. All of these websites, most of the websites where you can make money, I've made money because I understood how to create value and understand that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Most people do not make money online because of their ego. It is not because they do not have the knowledge to make money. They do not possess the skills. It's not about the skills. It's not about the knowledge. It is about the ego. They prefer to validate their ego more than they want to make money. That's a problem. And most people are like that because I've taught people how to do exactly what I'm doing. And I've seen it in every single person. When I told them what product to make, they wanted to make the best product. That's not what you should do. You don't want to make the best product. Making the best product takes a long ass time. What you want is to make the fastest product that you can, and understand that by making the fastest product that you can over and over and over again, you get to such a higher quality product in the end than if you were to spend 6 months making just one product. Instead, spend 6 months making 30 products or 100 products, and you will get to such a higher quality by the end. Understand that in the beginning, what's the most important thing is not focusing on quality. It's focusing on experience. You lack experience. It is not that you lack anything else. It is just experience. It's not knowledge. It's not anything else. And the only thing that's stopping you from getting more experience is your ego, your judgments of yourself. You are afraid to fail. You are afraid to do bad things. You are afraid to do bad work. Understand that all good work is predicated on bad work. Go back and look at my first videos. And in my first videos, I already had 4 years experience of speaking in front of the camera. And I was shit at it. I was so bad, still so bad. And because I've created so many good problems to have, I've come up with such better strategies to actually transform my lack of skills, my lack of experience, my lack of ideas into something greater, of greater value. And that is because I did one single thing. I lowered my standards. I knew I sucked at all of these things. I knew it, even though I had 4 years of experience. I knew I still sucked. I was still a beginner. I was still almost an intermediary, just above a beginner. But I realized that if I didn't accept that I sucked, I would never improved. I would have never gotten to the level that I am right now. To have the ability to do this, it is such a great relief, and it has truly changed my life because I've increased the money that I make. Not only that, but I started another business. I have more savings than I've ever had. 2 employees, 2 businesses, profiting off of left, right, and center. Almost every app that I have on my phone. Not everyone, but almost all of them. I profit off of all of the apps that I have on my phone. Understand what that means. That is not by accident. If you do it once on a website, that's probably an accident. If you do it twice on 2 different websites, on 3 different websites, on many more, that can be an accident as well. But if you can replicate your actual results with other people and make them do the same thing, that's not an accident anymore. You have a proven track record that it doesn't only work for you, but it works for someone else as well. So understand when I'm saying that the only things that stop you is your own judgment and your own ego. That's the only thing that stops you from getting the experience needed to actually make a buck on the internet. That's all it takes. Once you make $1 on a website, you now have a formula. Then you can jump from 1 to 10, from 10 to 100, from 100. It just becomes a numbers game. Once you made your first dollar on a website, it just becomes a numbers game. You now have a winning formula. Understand that that formula can change. It took me 1.5 years to make my first successful product. My first successful product, 1.5 years. Because I was trying to get the best quality. And I was fearful of actually posting, of actually selling my products. I was fearful of failure. It took me 1.5 years. And then my next product took me about 2 weeks. And now I can do one of those products in about 2 hours. In about 2 hours. From 1.5 years to 2 hours. So understand that if the opportunity becomes the same, it just remains the same, and you can make a result from 1.5 years, have the same results that took you 1.5 years to gain, you can now do it in 2 hours. Understand what that means. You've made that opportunity so much better that you cannot even imagine.